Okay, so moving on to step 5, how to assemble the main aluminum frame. What we have here are the corner brackets that they provide in bag B63. And then in your bonus bag, which is B62, you'll see 2 of these larger corner brackets. So grab those 2 out of the bonus bag and 2 of these M4 maybe by 10 bolts and 2 washers, and then actually also add a couple of T-nuts to that as well. They included these extra bags to add a little bit more reinforcements to this guy. Okay, so that's it for the bonus bag. So we are on B63. There we go. All right, so we have 2 short aluminum 2040s. All right, 2040. We have 2 that are the same length, one 2040 and one 2020. And then we have 1 slightly longer 2040. Okay, this is a 420 millimeter, and these guys are 400 millimeter. And then these guys are, it doesn't say, but they're the short ones. Okay, so what we're going to do first is take this longer piece, like so, and let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so we've got our longer piece. We're going to lay it on side. Oh, one thing I want to just mention real quick is just check over these pieces. Make sure there's nothing marred or scarred on them, especially where the wheels are going to roll. So just look over the parts. The wheels are going to roll on the side pieces. So we'll just inspect and make sure there's no marks, and if there are, just pay attention to that when you do the final assembly. Okay, so we're going to take this guy and we're going to lay it on its edge, like so. And then these 2 guys are going to go, let me put these off to the side for now. These 2 guys are going to go like this. Actually, they're going to go like this, so they're flat on the ground. So what we want to do is take these corner brackets. Okay, so if you see these L brackets have 2 different designs on each side. So one way it can only go in part way and it stops. And if you flip it around, it can slide in and out like so. So what we want to do on this piece is we want to put it in so it stops like this and pull it out just a little bit. And at the front bottom, we want to slide it in like so. Okay, so you can see that. Sorry, bad lighting, I know. Okay. We'll do the same thing with another one. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just go like this. And that way we can have them both in there like so. Okay, and we kind of want to be at the halfway point. So you can guess it or you can measure it however you want to do it. Okay, so we want this guy to be centered. So we are at about 16 and a half. So we want to go 8 1/4. Who's about there? Okay, and then what we're going to do is take these little screws here, find the right Allen wrench for them. And let's go ahead and put these guys in. Probably would have been easier to go ahead and start these in the brackets first. We'll do that on the other side. It'd probably be a little bit easier to turn it up on end like that. I should probably get another tool for this for right now, but oh well. Now these guys you want to have in there pretty tight. Which they're already stripping out, it appears. So be careful. Wow. Be very careful because these seem to strip out very easily. It's almost like that's not quite the right size for these. No, it's not. So just be careful when tightening these. Okay? So I'm going to flip this around and do the same on this side. Okay, that's on there. That's nice and stiff. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to slide in 2 of these guys. And then slide in this guy. Sure he's nice and lined up. And put on our screws. And I'll stop this here and come back once this side's tight. Okay, so we're all on there strong. And actually, I went and grabbed, these guys actually have a standard size size on them. So I went and grabbed a 5/64 Allen wrench. And it seemed to fit those guys a lot better than the one that came with it. So if you have to use the one that came with it, just be really careful not to strip those guys out. After you get them all tight, just give it one last inspection. Make sure everything's straight. Make sure everything is flush. Everything's tightened down, and we are good to go there. Okay, next on the left side, we are going to put this 2020, and it's actually going to come to the front edge here. Okay. But instead of using the brackets that they sent, we are going to use these larger corner brackets to give this some extra stability in this corner. So what we're going to want to do is take these M4s and put a washer on them. And actually we're going to need 4 of these, not just 2. So we'll grab those other ones in a second. Goodness. Okay, and actually these washers aren't really big enough either. So if you have some bigger washers laying around, I would definitely use them. I'm going to go see what I have. In the meantime, go ahead and grab the bonus bag and get 2 more of those M4. 2 more of those M4s out. And 2 more T-nuts. And then, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I found some number 8 washers that we can go ahead and use. Like I said, if you don't have these extra parts, you can go ahead and use these brackets in this corner and then replace it later when you get the the parts you need for these, but I'm just going to show the build with these because it really does make a difference. But feel free to go ahead and use these smaller brackets in these corners. My first build, I had those on there for a while, and it was fine. So nut washer, do a hole. Again, I'm using some number 8 washers. That's a standard number 8, not a metric. So you're going to put one of these guys on in each hole. All right, and we'll go ahead and line these up in the corners. You get one tightened down first, and then adjust as need be. Okay. Make sure we got it nice and square. There we go. Nice. Nice and tight. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to prepare this guy the same way. And again, don't get discouraged if there's missing little parts. It happens on these kits. I mean, it really does. You just got to kind of be prepared to maybe not get it all done the first time you try to put it together. If the hardware store is not open, you may have to wait a day to finish it up. That's just kind of how it is. All right, so this second piece is going to go like so. Again, it's not going to go flat like this. Okay, it's going to go with the 20 side up against this 20 side. Okay, and we're going to put our other corner bracket on. Get the first one started at least. Woo! And get this one on there. Started. Did he actually spin? I don't think he spun. Maybe he did. I don't think he's spinning, is he? No. That's one problem with these T-nuts is if you don't get them spinning, then oh man, they will drive you nuts. Kind of like this one too. Okay, let's try this again. If you don't have them loose enough, they don't have enough room to grab. And since we're going through this thicker aluminum here, you really got to make sure that they're just barely on there so they have room to spin. And if you look inside, you can actually see them spinning for you. Okay. We got this guy nice and tight now. All right. Okay, now one thing you may notice here is a bit of a wobble. So what you can do with that is just take these guys in here and try to loosen them up a little bit to get rid of that wobble. See, that's already a little bit better. Loosen up this other side. Just like a half a turn or so should do, depending on how tight you had these. Wobble's gone. Make sure these guys are straight again. And we just tighten them back up one by one. And once you're satisfied with that, this part's done. We've got our frame. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, there we go. We've got a frame.